All good. I think anyway. Everyone's on the medium tyres at the moment. Nice. It's a busy track. They're not hanging around here. I guess because it was a wet session. They've in the first one. Well, they got more tyres. Welcome, KS. Is everything working on the stream? You have to let me know. You have to let me know. Otherwise, I don't know. Wow. There we go. Bit better ISO. Face camera too light. I'm on it. It feels like it's smoother now as well. It feels like it's very smooth. Like I haven't had this before. Doesn't that feel like 60? Or is that just me? Maybe I've had that setting wrong the whole time. There's not a lot I can do about the sun though. The sun is just the sun. Gasly's... Oh, red flag. Red flag, everyone. What's happened here for a red? There's a red flag. I can't see because the map. I can't see on the map. Red. Oh no! It's another stake in the wall. It's Zhou Guanyu in the wall. He's beached it. He's gone in backwards on turn 2 by pit exit. So has he lit it up coming out of the pits? There's a car coming out of the pits. Oh, just before they red flagged it. Just before. Interesting. So we'd have another red flag here. Just part and parcel. Ooh, what's happened here? How's he coming backwards? Oh, he's just lost the back end and sort of skidded across. Really weird accident. Welcome, Beef and Barley. Really weird accident. I have no idea what's happened in the car. It's so strange. Just locks up all the rears. I've never... Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get blasted here with light. And I'm not sure they can push it out because the cars were obviously heavy and it's sort of beached backward. So in an ideal world, they could push it out, but I don't think... No, they got the little crane, the stake crane, the green one. So they're going to use that to come out and push it along. He's looking at the back of the car, Zhou Guanyu. He's trying to... It looks like the wing might have broken, actually. It was very flappy. That's not ideal. It's not great. It's not terrible. Not great, not terrible. 3.6 Rontgen. But he will miss the rest of the session, I'm sure. Even though he's right next to the pits. I'm not sure what the protocol is. Seen to Rebner last year in FP3, there were some drivers who crashed and they had to wait. So... Wow, I should have put the sunglasses on. Yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. If you're watching, let us know. Just chilling here on the new channel. Might do some other stuff on the main channel later. Might do some test drive. Natasha, welcome Natasha. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we are red flag conditions right now. So, just to confirm, it is red flag. Red flag conditions. But I don't think it's going to last very long. They've gone to adverts. I can't. This is very bright right now. I mean, can you see anything? Shashank says Merc gonna bring the full pace meant for Canada. You think it's Mercedes time? We've got two Alpines first and second. Maybe this track will suit them. What if Esteban Ocon gets a great result for Alpine? Isn't that going to be awkward? Or is that a good problem to have? Maybe it's a good problem to have. It's too bright. I can't do anything about it because it's the sun though. And I can physically stop it. It's just bright. And I've gone for the white shirt as well. I've gone for the branded shirt. But hopefully we'll get this session underway and then have some sort of... Oh, the fans went out. The only thing is, I feel that immediately. When it goes out, I feel it. I don't hear it or see it. I just feel it's hot. Welcome, Vlatka. Time zones aren't my friends today. Well, it's going to be late ones. It's going to be late ones today. Oh, the blind's mysteriously moved. Now, see? Now we've got another problem. Now I've got another problem. I can fix this one. Look at that. Oh, it's like the sun's back. Aren't cameras just amazing things? Aren't cameras just absolutely incredible? Wish I could have a bit more of a blur. I wish I could make it a bit blurrier behind me. Or is that nice and blurry already? Actually, it's nice. To be fair, it is quite nice and blurry. Still waiting to... Oh, well, the session has started, but I'm still on adverts. So that's great. Why is Norris's... Oh, no, it just come out. Is the transponders have a thing out sector 1? So I don't think we're expecting rain in this session, but I think we may be expecting rain for qualifying. Zogan used walked back with his helmet on. Light's now good, excellent. I don't mind the late race, just got confused. It is a bit confusing. We've done early races, middle of the day races, and the evening races. Vegas is very late, if I remember. Isn't Vegas really late? Shashank L says FP1 and FP2 Mercedes were using only suspension pack, but not the new front wing pack. Are they going to put that on now then? Why were they not running that front wing? Wonder if I can drink... Do you think... Is it a good thing if I drink this whole bottle of water? Is that a bad thing? Maybe that's a challenge. Verstappen. 2 fastest sectors. Surely we're going to see a return here for Red Bull. Surely, surely, surely. Vegas is even late in the US. Yes, that's a good point. It's late in the US. I can't remember. Wasn't Vegas... Did I have to get up at like 3 AM or something? Was it one of those? I missed those though. It's kind of fun to get up for something like that. There we go. Verstappen, fastest 3 sectors, 15.4. Do we think Verstappen's going to get pole today? Should we poll it? Should we do a poll or not? Let's do a poll. Why not? Let's do... Who will get pole position today? I'm going to go Verstappen. I'm going to go Lando. Oh, why is the fan stopped? Maybe it can't charge now. I'm going to go Charles. Who else should I go? I'm going to go Piastri. I'm going to put Piastri in there. Alright. Oh, I'm going to do other. I'll do other. So we're going to have a vote for other. agree, the early morning screens are fun. They are fun. It just feels a bit like it's actually nice. Well, sometimes I would go back to bed after, but sometimes it's nice to start the day like really early, especially at a weekend. You're like, whoa. Because today I just have not got anything done that I wanted to do so far. It was early morning in US, past midnight in the US. Okay. Might be, I don't know. Fly over there and do the watch along from a casino. Always an option. Okay, everyone back on track. In fact, everyone apart from Guan Yu Zhou is on track. And you can see there, Gazzy looked like he was slowing to let Lando through to complete his fast lap, which is going to be a 16.2. Remember, we saw Hulkenberg get P2 here last year before there was some disqualification. Did I go through 2026 regs? I mean, cars are narrower, right? Shorter. More push to pass, more electrics. EV sides. Maybe coming closer to Formula E. Potentially. If I go through them properly, I'll do a video, and I'll put the video on this channel, because this channel is going to be like motorsport videos. Maybe F1 breaking news show. I'm going to find a name for it. We'll come on here. So many opportunities, just not enough time. Who's winning the poll? Lando's winning the poll. Wow, that is surprising. 6 votes, Lando's winning it. So maybe the Hasses will look good again. Verstappen going for another fast lap. Fast sector 2. Will he improve? I think he is going to improve. I think he will improve. 15.4. Yes, 14.9. So Verstappen 14.9 on the mediums. Everyone right now is on the mediums. Absolutely everyone. Oh, Williams has gone across the chicane. The third chicane. We saw a lot of that yesterday in the rain. But are they narrow enough for Monte Carlo taking over? I don't think it's going to make that much of a material difference. I think for Monaco, they should just do some bespoke rules. Like, you have to pit so many times, or... I don't know, just do some weird stuff at Monaco. Just accept it's different. Or just... Let me have a look at Alex Albon here. What did he do? Did he lock up on the way in? Or do you avoid a lock up and went deep instead to save the tyres? Yeah, just sort of turned in, wasn't quite there. I think either you accept it's all about qualifying, or you make it different, you do it very artificially. I wouldn't change the rules for the whole season just for Monaco, if that makes sense. Just my hunch, though. What's Valtteri Bottas been up to? I'm looking at a replay of Bottas. Oh, he was coming up behind a McLaren, and he locked up, and he might be a bit annoyed about that because he had to lock up, so he will have damaged a set of fronts there. Shashank thinks Vegas needed Monaco. Vegas last year was quite exciting, wasn't it? Ooh, Albon instant, turn 9, failing to follow race direction instructions, escape road. I think that's because he cut across the grass, and honestly, I'm not joking, I think it's because he's gone over the sponsor logo and probably messed up the sponsor logo. So I guess that's why they want cars to, like, if you're going to miss that chicane, you've got to go all the way around the escape road, not cut across the sponsor logo, which is on the grass. That's what I suspect. Alonso on the fast lap. Yeah, 14.8 for Alonso. This time last year, Alonso, I think, was still competitive around this time of the season. Monaco and Canada. So good to see. How is everyone doing, by the way? How are we liking it over on the new channel? Maybe we should do a border or something different for the new channel. I don't know. Maybe I should do some different logos. Everything is up for grabs. Everything is possible. Also, should we do the race on the main channel or this channel? What do we think? What do we think about that? So Alonso, Verstappen again on the move. Verstappen with the fastest sector 2. So he'll have a nice toe here from Alex Albon. It looks like Fernando Alonso was going slowly. Maybe he also cut the grass, looking at his tyres. He's on the hard tyre, is Alonso, I believe. Yeah, Alonso set that lap time on the hard tyre, believe it or not. He's the only driver on the hard tyre. And did Verstappen abort the lap? I think Verstappen might have aborted the lap. Might have come into the pits. Probably best on main so people can find you better. No further investigation for Albon. Yeah, but it's sort of... I don't know. It's short-term versus long-term stuff. Like, I need to think about it. What about qualifying? What do we do about qualifying? Because normally, recently, we've just been doing the race. So this is all sort of bonus stuff. Qualifying is going to be more prime time, and I can do it. So... I need to think about it. There's so many difficult decisions to make, isn't it? About... Well, the easy decision would be just do it on main, but... Is Alonso on the fast lap? I think Alonso's on another fast lap on the hard tyre. So here comes Alonso. Just going to go through the Wall of Champions, and he is a champion, so he's able to take it. Wall of Champions. And now we'll straight line it to finish lap fastest possible time. 1:14.4 for Alonso. Okay. And that's on, like I said, that's on the hard tyre. Hard tyre for Alonso. Which is interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, Zhou Guanyu's in the pits. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to take any further part. Could you do it on both to smooth the transition? Yeah, we could do that maybe. Maybe we could commit to doing qualifying and race on main. But we say, look, for the next one, all FP3s. Yeah, maybe it's got to be a transition, hasn't it? But... it's just exciting to be able to do these things, really, and think about how we want to do them. Which is cool. Looking at a Red Bull with Perez, he wasn't happy about Haas, I think. Yeah, what the... something that Haas there. Just usual complaints from drivers in free practice. I feel like drivers do that in free practice because if something happens in the race and they've complained about that driver 3 times in practice and then there's a coming together in the race, they'll be like, yeah, I've been saying all along about that guy. So I wonder if they try and build up some kudos. Lando was on the fast lap. Yeah, Lando goes second. So Lando goes ahead of Verstappen. And there goes Ricciardo. Wow, Ricciardo with a fast lap. 14.7. So... yeah, interesting one from Ricciardo. Does that mean that Tsunoda might have some pace here as well? Because Tsunoda's been looking really good this season. I'm looking at Piastri coming into World of Champions. He cut it. He cut it, and then there have a few gates to go through. He had a stake ahead of him turning in, but he sort of had a look at the chicane and noped out of it. He was like, no, don't fancy that at all. Won't be taking any further part in that chicane. But yeah, good lap from Ricciardo. Alonso's in. Maybe Alonso's going to put the mediums on now. And hopefully we're going to see some soft running in this session, which will give us an indication. Look at Perez, by the way, all the way down there. Perez has not really turned a lap yet. They're still sort of feeling it out. Taking it slow. Yeah, so the idea with the main channel is that a thumbnail style is all going to become the same, like, style, so become recognisable. probably purple with the yellow text, but we might do a different colour. But it's all going to be the same sort of style, so you'll know. I'm probably, Perez saying low grip all around. I'm probably going to be in every thumbnail, so again, it should be super recognisable. And there's going to be a greater emphasis on sort of guides and stuff like that, guides, tips and tricks. Many years ago, wasn't Canada Ricciardo's first win? No, you're completely correct. Well, I know Ricciardo won here 10 years ago, so that may have been his first win. 10 years ago, he won here. And then the Motorsport Channel gameplay channel. We might redo the gameplay channel. I've got some thoughts on how to redo it. And the idea is that I just can race more, do more guides, do more tips, do stuff without having to worry about, oh, is it going to affect the performance or stuff. So, like, yeah, on this date in 2014, Daniel Ricciardo won his first race at the Canadian Grand Prix. There we go. It was good memory, better memory than mine. Like we can do this FP3 without worrying, oh, is it going to affect some sim racing video on the main channel? So that's the rough idea, basically. And there'll be some pain trying to get there. Hamilton saying the wind's picked up. Looks like completely full grandstands in Canada. So yeah, exciting. Working on some exciting videos, taking a lot of time to do, but hopefully they'll pay off in terms of people enjoying them. Leclerc's in the pits. He's not out yet. See, Piastri and Norris and Ricciardo. Well, yeah, all the drivers there putting some laps in on the medium tyre, so maybe sort of race pace. Lance Stroll looks like he's going to be on the hards. There's hards in this car at the moment. Oh no, a hard is coming off. A hard is coming off into a tyre blanket. Welcome, Unknown Org. Fans that are having a great day out. Canadian fans. Or Quebec fans. Verstappen's out on track. And look at that, Lando and Oscar are very close together. Likewise with Yuki and Danny, running very close together. I don't know if that's deliberate or something, as both McLarens come in, doing some formation flying. No one on a particularly fast lap at the moment, so people still just running around, doing what they got to do. And everyone is on the mediums who's out on track right now. Ah, here come the Ferraris then. Leclerc and Sainz. Let's see what the Ferraris have. Leclerc obviously coming off a win in Monaco. So, I think Leclerc's... There hasn't been a lot of, sort of, I think, spotlight on him so far this weekend, but incredible sergeants on the soft tyre, it seems. And Sainz on the soft tyre. But I think if Leclerc can win this race and Verstappen, you know, doesn't come second or third or something, it really does start to make a difference at the top of the championship. So, in many ways, huge pressure on Leclerc here, because if he can do a great result here, he keeps the pressure on, and who knows what will happen in the season. So I think it's a really critical qualifying. I think if Verstappen puts it on pole here, he has the opportunity to do the, you know, go off into the distance, which would be fair play. He will have earned it. What happened yesterday doing PT hack? I don't know what happened. I wasn't able to make it in the end. Oh, Verstappen close to the wall. I don't know what happened with Lando yesterday, but back here, Sargent goes fastest sector 1 on the soft tyre. So Logan Sargent on that soft tyre is on the move. And sector 2 as well, as he comes into the hairpin. So keep an eye on Logan Sargent on the soft tyre. Still groundhogs all over the shop. There we go. Sergeant goes through. What's it going to be for Logan Sergeant? It is fast. It's a 14.3. However, that's pretty much the same as Alonso was doing on the hard tyre. Who do I personally think is going to get a pole position? I think Max is going to get it. I think Max will get it. But I'll have a closer idea by the end of this session, I believe. But I think Max will get it. That's my hunch. Carlos Sainz with a quick lap as well, 14.5. That was done on the... Oh, he was also on the softs. So Carlos Sainz 2/10 behind Sargent, even though they're both on the soft tyre, which is quite interesting. George Russell comes out on the softs and Valtteri Bottas on the softs as well. So Russell might be starting a fast lap here potentially. People doing some fast runs. So halfway through the session. Welcome Kati Uji. Good to see you here. Halfway through the session. We've already had a red flag. I can't believe we're halfway through already. Just this one's absolutely flown by. Oliver Behrman's there. The Bearmeister. He knows the camera's on him, but you can't smile. You can't acknowledge it because it's not cool. So you have to be like this. Imagine I know the camera's on me now. Just have to be like that. Right, where is George Russell on the soft tyre? What are you doing? Well, he's done the fastest sector 1 and fastest sector 2. So here comes George Russell, who overtakes Sainz on the exit of the hairpin. So Russell could be about to set the fastest lap time that we would have seen on the soft tyre. No worries, Unknown Org. Hope you have some good time there. We'll be back for qualifying in the race. Right, here comes Russell then. What are you going to do over the line? Is it going to be a 13? Surely it will be a 13. No, 14.2, but it's the fastest. Valtteri Bottas in the stake. Also, the last remaining stake here. Also trying to do a quick lap on the softs. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 15. Not very nice at all, that one. Man, it's hot now. It's not even hot in the UK right now, but it's hot here. And it's coming to that point of the year where it's just going to be hot. Welcome, Isabel Flood. Good to see you. I think this camera is now 60 frames a second. Honestly, doesn't it look a bit like fluid? Which worries me because it should be in 4K. It doesn't do 4K 60. Logan Sargent does seem to know what a kilometre is today. Yep. Good time from Logan on the soft tyre, I think. Genuinely a good lap. Frederick Vesti's here with Mercedes. Well, I'm looking at Leclerc coming into the last corner, the race of champions. Hit the chicane heavily. He was on the radio saying, still lots of pulling to be honest, and still not very good on the brakes. He used a different word for not very good that has been censored. And it's a busy track again. Everyone on track. We won't see Guan Yu Zhou on track because his car was recovered. And Sky go to a commercial. Daniel Ricciardo not on track. Tsunoda not on track. Otherwise, everyone else on track. And Alex Albon on the soft tyre has just done the fastest middle sector. So that's through the corner that he cut earlier. So there goes Albon. And you can see there Bottas looks like he might be trying to let someone through or something. It's just all very chaotic on the last corner there. He's trying to avoid cars on fast laps. They probably should let cars go off track. Just wait on the chicane or something. Might be a bit easier. Might be a little bit easier. Meanwhile, okay, so Albon actually went fast here. So even though it didn't do a pep set to 1, he went fast there. 113.9. And now Charles Leclerc is on the move. And Hamilton on the move. Right, so people migrating to the soft tyre. And we'll see what they're going to do. So, Leclerc on the soft tyre. Going to go over the line. Ooh, 13.5 for Leclerc. 13.5 for Charles Leclerc there. Interesting. Next one I'm interested to see is Russell. So Russell will go over the line. Will Russell improve from a 14.2? Yes, 14 dead. And now Hamilton. Hamilton potentially can go fastest here. What's Hamilton going to do over the line? Hamilton does a 113.4. Hamilton does go fastest. So, would you believe this? Your top... Wow. Your order is Hamilton first, Leclerc second, Albon third, Russell fourth, Sainz fifth, Sargent sixth, Bottas seventh, Alonso eighth, Piastri ninth, Ricciardo 10th, Verstappen down in P13. So what is going on here? Is Verstappen now going to start a fast lap? No, it doesn't look like it. But it looks like Lando is. And look at the traffic. It is absolutely horrendous. Horrendous amount of traffic out there. So I'm watching an advert of a man like walking on a beer keg. Like rolling it as he's walking on it. Russell and Hamilton seem to be a bit more confident in the car this weekend. If Hamilton has a great result here and Ferrari looks strong, then it gets more tantalising seeing Hamilton in a Ferrari next year, doesn't it? Much more tantalising. So here comes Lando Norris. He's negotiated a lot of that traffic. He is looking pretty competitive here. So let's see what Lando will do. Comes through the World Champions. And will he go fastest or will he just be up in the top four? Let's see. No, it goes second. Just 100th of a second behind Lewis Hamilton. So it was pretty close. Pretty close. Good to see. Super busy track. Is Verstappen going to be starting a fast lap? Let's find out. You would expect him to have done some fast sectors if he was, and he hasn't. So not sure that's going to be a fast... This is going to be a fast one for Verstappen. Daniel Ricciardo, though, is about to complete a fast lap. So let's see Ricciardo. PBs in Sector 1, Sector 2. What's Ricciardo going to do? Ricciardo goes 6. So P6 for Ricciardo, 14 dead. Half a second off Hamilton, though. And I'm on board with Hamilton now. Car looks pretty stable. Remember at the beginning of the season, the Mercedes looked really, really stable. So it looked like they had a good platform, but they just have had to... The setups they're doing to increase the pace just make it not very drivable, it seems. But it looked absolutely on rails at the beginning. Just maybe not super fast, or maybe too draggy. We will see. Who's on the fast lap now? It's Alex Albon. So we're going to see what Albon's going to do in Sector 2 shortly. Can both Williams get into Q3? What are the odds on that? I don't know. It's not a great sector. Actually, it might be there or thereabouts in Sector 2. I'm not sure. Lot of traffic at the hairpin. So yeah, Lewis Hamilton leads the standings. It is only free practice, but Hamilton's still there. Are we looking at a potential 8-time world champion? And you can see again there's a Ferrari. Carlos Sainz sort of comes to a standstill just before the last chicane to let everyone else through. It's very, very, very dangerous. And it's just asking for a crash, frankly. Obviously, we hope that doesn't happen. So, 21 minutes to go. Anyone starting a fast lap? Let's have a look. Unclear. Might be just circulating for this one. And expected a little bit more of the Alpines here potentially, but the Alpines have dropped again all the way down. I'm not sure how much soft running they've been doing. because about half of the field's on softs now, and half the field's on mediums. So Verstappen's going around, but he's on mediums. So he's doing some sort of race prep or something different. Natasha says, I don't think Lewis will win a championship again. But what... Okay, so let's say the Ferrari next year is really quick. Let's say it's the quickest car. Do you back Hamilton or Leclerc? I mean, what a great battle that could be. There's so many different dimensions to that battle. You've got like the Monegasque driver in Ferrari. You know, he's their driver, gone through their system. Then you've got Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, British driver. You can see camps appearing there, can't you? You can see it getting a little bit political. Natasha says Leclerc. Speaking of your man Leclerc, he set the fastest third sector out of anyone there. So just letting it flow a little bit in third sector. Isabel says, I think Leclerc can do it. In terms of beating Hamilton. I think whatever happens is going to be a great battle. And I think if Leclerc beats Hamilton, like Verstappen beat Hamilton, it will be a sort of passing of the torch moment there, I suspect. I think he's on a 2-year contract though, isn't he? You could have some dirty tricks and things. I think Formula 1 needs a bit of that spice. That's what we're missing. Oh, Tsunoda locked up going in the hairpin on a pair of softs. I'll be second hand now. Where is Piastri? Looks like Piastri might have been cooking something slightly. Not sure. See Piastri at the moment. He's got a 14.4 in P10 at the moment. Is he going to improve Piastri? Yes, he does. 13.8. So goes up there. He's still almost half a second behind Lando, though. His teammate. So... If you are enjoying the stream, by the way, please do hit that like button. 15 likes would be much appreciated. Very much appreciated if you're enjoying it on the new channel. Oh, one of the Visa Casap RB engineers let out a big sort of like resigned sigh when Tsunoda locked up. Like, maybe he thinks that could be important to not have that pair of softs available. Remember when I was in Formula E speaking to all the drivers and teams, they were saying they really... will do anything to avoid a lock-up. They'll just go deep, they'll go off the track, they'll almost even crash because the tyres there are so paramount, so premium. Natasha, I'm not British, so I don't care about nationality, so I hope that they will prefer Leclerc. Let's see, I think Leclerc will... Well, it's different. We talked about this before on streams and podcasts. It's like, you think they prefer Leclerc, but they've also spent so much money on Hamilton that it might be... I don't know. There might be different camps in terms of who they're supporting. Looking at a replay of Logan Sargent here, coming down the back straight into the last corner, last chicane. He was trying to overtake. Oh my goodness! A Ferrari came out of nowhere, like as in stopped. He said, "Man, what is this guy doing, man?" But it wasn't. It was almost an optical illusion because Logan Sargent was following Hamilton. And as Hamilton moved over to take the racing line, suddenly a slow Carlos Sainz appeared. So I'm not sure you can really blame anyone for that. That's just a circumstance of how they do it here. Oh, there's groundhogs just chilling right by the circuit. They don't care. For some reason, they don't care that a car's coming. I've never seen an animal so unbothered. I have to, in many ways, I'd have to respect it. Their relationship as teammates will be interesting for sure. Yeah, I think it's going to be super interesting to watch. Almost something that I could maybe cover like on a weekly basis, like how's it going at Ferrari news. Could potentially do that. Maybe on this channel. Maybe on this channel. Hamilton comes back in, they rush him into the pits. I think they might be changing tyres. So 16 minutes to go. I think what we might have now is a flurry of sort of changing to softs and then some qualifying runs. They're used to race cars. Yeah. I don't know how old they live for. Do you remember last year, wasn't the session called off because they ate the electricity or something? Wasn't that a thing? Didn't we try and go viral? Didn't we end up actually going viral on Twitter because we like made a picture using AI of them like chewing it and we put it up like a photo? Very irresponsible. It is also the best seat of track. They can just feel it. But yeah, they're literally chilling by the white line. Like it's not even their way off. They're on the white line. So I very much respect their hustle. I'm all about that. Man, it's hot. It's blowing hot air. Recirculated hot air, like being on a plane. So Ricciardo's out, Sainz is out, Tsunoda's out. Want to see a little bit more from Tsunoda here, just to see what he's capable of as people are doing fast runs. Is Carlos Sainz going to be on a fast lap? No, he isn't. Well, I did read a report that yesterday they stopped people coming to the track because they said the sessions were cancelled, and then they weren't cancelled. So Tsunoda saying the rear is sliding around, so Tsunoda's not happy. He's coming to the pits. They've made the race last year interesting with all the memes. Yeah, didn't we do like a groundhog, like 1, 2, 3, like position thing? It was almost like that yesterday for FP1 with the flooding. Police mistake, yeah. I mean, if I was on my way to track there, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna go, because I think they said it's cancelled. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on it, but I think they said, oh, it's cancelled or something. But I would have just gone. I would have gone through. Right, Russell's on a fast lap. Russell's on the fast one. So what are we thinking then? I mean, what about the red... This is quite a shock, isn't it? With the Red Bull pace right now. Or lack of. Is it sandbagging? Are they not interested? But they're certainly not showing it. So what does this mean for qualifying? What if Verstappen qualifies 8 or something again? Is this actually going to be one of those classic seasons where we need to look down the standings and see who can potentially win it? So here comes Russell. Isabel thinks Red Bull are genuinely struggling. Are you reading that anywhere else as well? Because I haven't really read anything on the Red Bull pace. There's so much drama about F1 that's not. It's all about the new regs at the moment. At the moment, for example, there goes Russell fastest. But are they genuinely in trouble? They seem to be missing Newey's. You would think it wouldn't go that quickly, but maybe Newey actually stepped down realistically at the beginning of the season, and they've only announced it now. What is Red Bull without Adrian Newey? What, you know? Natasha saying Max isn't the type of sandbag. I do agree on that. Last year we saw in FP3 he just turned up. He turned it up in FP3 and then he turned it up in qualifying. Well, speaking of Max Verstappen, he is out on track right now on the soft tyre, as are both Mercedes behind him. So we'll see. Oh, yeah, it's a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. It's a Mercedes 1-2 right now. That is very, very interesting. Extremely interesting. Yellow flag. Could be a temporary one. I can't see anyone stopped. Yep. Maybe someone just ran deep. Don't know who it would have been. I think Albon might be going quite slowly. I'm not sure. 12 minutes to go. Is Verstappen going to start a fast lap? He might be. Yes, I think Verstappen's on the move here. So I think Verstappen is on the move. As is Logan Sargent. Shashank's back. Shashank is the happiest man. I think Shashank was the person informing us that Mercedes were looking strong. But hold that thought, because here comes Verstappen with the fastest Sector 1 out of anyone. Newey hasn't been involved in car design for the season. But it's been bringing his expertise. Yeah, I mean, that expertise of just, he's seen it all before. He can say, oh, don't do that, or, you know, that's a risk or whatnot. Yeah, very good point. Very, very good point. He's got that intuition. Incredibly valuable. I suspect they would have paid him as much as he wanted, but maybe it wasn't about money. Maybe it was about principle, given what has been going on in the Red Bull team and the allegations. So was it Albon in the Wall of Champions? Oh my god, yeah, Albon just grazed the Wall of Champions with the front right. Just grazed it with the front right. I mean, Hamilton, Verstappen must have backed out. No, sorry, Verstappen, what's Verstappen going to do? What lap time? Verstappen does a 13.2, and now let's see Hamilton, though. This could be a critical point. If Hamilton can blow Verstappen away here, let's see. Yes, he does. It's a 12.5 for Hamilton. So it's 7/10 quicker than Verstappen. So he has sort of blown him away. He has sort of blown it away. What about Daniel Ricciardo? Daniel Ricciardo is on the move as well. Daniel Ricciardo's just gone faster than Verstappen in Sector 2. Yeah, when was the last time we had a big crash in the Wall of Champions? It should be like, if you crash, you're probably going to become a future champion. I think it did happen more. Maybe they've changed the curbs a little bit, because often you'd hit the curb and be unbalanced and you'd just go into the wall. So. Right, now we're going to see the track get very busy. A sort of simulation or qualifying. We're going to stream that later. And there'll be a lot of angry drivers saying they're getting blocked and everything. Did Albon come into the pits or stay out? I'm guessing Albon came in because it was quite a big hit. But, oh yeah, there was some vibration on the right rear of the car as well. So they'll want to get that checked out for quali. That was... He continued going, but I wonder if they need to fix that car now. Danny is sent to prove after Jacques Villeneuve ran his mouth again. Yeah, Jacques Villeneuve is not going to be getting a Christmas card from Danny Ricciardo. I think that's fair to say. And by the way, Ricciardo did go P3 there. He did beat Verstappen. Maybe that's what Ricciardo needed. Is sometimes you just need... I know that in the position I'm in, sort of being a internet face, sometimes you need people just to say it how it is. I think Jack was, you know... I'm not sure that... I think there'll be people who actually agree with what Jack said. Shashank says Villeneuve has a point. I think there is a bit of hypocrisy with Jacques Villeneuve, with sort of how long he stayed in Formula 1, but it doesn't necessarily make the point any less valid. I think he was pretty brutal about who Ricciardo's been better than, or I would say Ricciardo won from McLaren, he beat Lando, Monza. Verstappen, the car is jumping around a lot, like up and down, especially into turn 1. Sounds a bit like porpoising, but Verstappen not happy. Shashank saying Ferrari lagging. Yeah, what's going on with Carlos Sainz? Carlos Sainz has been pretty anonymous this weekend. Daniel won more races in a worse Red Bull than Checo in the best car. Daniel was winning races during the Mercedes supremacy. So it's an interesting one, isn't it? Big win at Monaco. Oh, does someone hit the wall again? I think Sargent... I wonder if... I was just looking at a zoom shot down the home straight of another car, and in the background I saw a Williams get... almost looked like it hit the wall. I'm not sure. They're getting close now, though. He also beat all his teammates over the season. Yeah, his point... Villeneuve's point about Verstappen was a bit harsh. He was like, oh, Verstappen was only 18. But, you know, drivers are drivers. How much has Verstappen really improved since he was 18, 19? Bearing in mind he came into Formula 1 when he was like 16, 17. You know, or is he pretty much the same driver? He's just got the better car. Is he okay? You mean, what? Danny Ricciardo? Are his feelings okay? Wow, the Wall of Champions is such a ridiculous corner. They're all getting so close now. Someone is definitely going to hit it. Someone else. Hamilton, Russell still there. Who's on the fast lap? Max, both Hasses on the fast lap. Look at the traffic on the back straight. Albon instant unsafe condition noted. I wonder if the right rear wheel was technically detached or something and he managed to bring it round, but Albon's been in the walls here a little bit. It was under investigation earlier in the session. What did the Hasses do? Oh, nothing too... Well, Magnussen 13.4, actually. But that is a second off Hamilton. Just censored myself there. No, so I thought Logan had just sort of grazed it, so I need to be a bit clear about that. If there's a big crash, you'll know because I'll just explode. So one of the McLaren's giving it a very wide berth, the Wall of Champions. Isabel says that Verstappen was already pretty good at 18. Yeah, I mean, that's... Yeah, I agree. You've got to remember, these Formula 1 drivers have done so much racing. I'm not even a professional racing driver by any stretch. You can't see, but even I've, you know, won these races and championships and whatnot. Like, imagine being a professional racing driver and they've just won all the way through, or like been right at the top since they were like, you know, barely walking. So they're pretty fully fledged as racing drivers by the time they hit Formula 1, I think. Maybe a controversial statement. Natasha agrees with Isabel. Yeah. We're all in agreement, which is not unusual. Normally we'll all sort of have... Well, I don't know if it's unusual or not. But on this case, we're all in agreement there. Who's on the move? Piastri on the move? No. 4 minutes to go in the session. Everyone's out on circuit, apart from Guan Yu Zhou, red flag retirement, and Alex Albon. They'll be really checking that car now to see how much damage has been done. It might be one of those that sort of sends a shockwave into the car. Thinking like Charles Leclerc's gearbox situation at Monaco. Max used to crash a lot or just blow up the car when he was 18. We all used to do that at 18. When we were 18, we're just... Yeah. Piastri just set a new... Oh, Verstappen with 13.1 that I missed there, actually. So Verstappen with 13.1. But Hamilton's just way out then. So unless everyone else is sandbagging, which would be unusual for everyone else to. I'm on board with Pierre Gasly. What was Pierre Gasly up to? Oh, he just took the escape road at the third chicane. I think he was worried about getting in the way of someone behind him. When is qualifying? I don't actually know. I'm going to go and find out and schedule it. I think we might do it on the main channel. We might do qualifying in a race on the main channel. Gasly was sort of spooked by Carlos Sainz behind him. If Carlos Sainz had a flash headlights button, he would have been using it. And Carlos Sainz was not happy about the Alpine there. Alonso with the new fastest, but don't we think, everyone, that it looks like... I think Sainz then drove side by side with Gasly and there was some hands sort of waved around. Just a friendly wave. Only Mercedes... Well, if you think Mercedes is sandbagging... Oh no, Gasly apologised. Gasly put his hand out, he went like this. He went, my bad. I'm looking at George Russell going into the third chicane. What happened here? Turned in, didn't fancy it, went across the sponsor. He'll be getting investigated for ruining the sponsor's message. I'm not even joking. Where do you think Carlos Sainz is going? I think it's sounding like he's going to go. He may go to Williams. Williams really want him. Starts at 9 PM UK time. Okay, so it will be in 2.5 hours. We'll go live half an hour before, I think. I think I've written off today doing any videos, but that's fine. Can't. Some days it's just not going to happen. That's okay, as long as the next day it happens. So, who's on a fast lap? George Russell again on a fast lap. Did Russell just improve? Yes, he did. So it's only the two Mercedes that are in the 1 minute 12s. It's just the Mercedes and the 1 minute 12s here. Interesting. And look at Lance Stroll getting up there in the Aston. Lance Stroll P3. Russell instant noted, failing to follow race directs instructions. I told you, it must be because they're just messing up the sponsor. Classic. Classic priorities. I don't know what the sponsor is. Just make up a different sponsor. Sponsored by Heinz. Everyone on the soft tyre right now, by the way. So everyone's pushing it. Is Verstappen on a lap? I think Verstappen's on a lap, but he's sort of in traffic. I'm looking at a replay of Carlos Sainz again, coming into the last chicane, turns in, and then abandons it. Turns in, didn't like it. Stopped turning in, and then cut through the sort of pit lane bit. Oh my goodness, someone might get a penalty there. Right, what's happened? Logan Sargent was coming down the back straight into the last corner. What's he doing, man? Honestly, that was nearly huge. Yeah, it looked like it might have been a McLaren, and he boxes straight after. That is going to be a penalty, I reckon, for the car that was involved there. And it looked like it might have been a McLaren. Sponsored by Kireth. Yes, exactly. It's my logo, and I don't care if they drive over it. I think it looks cooler. No further investigation for Albon, who are doing a fast lap. You can kind of see... Oh, Verstappen... So Verstappen joins the 1 minute 12 crew there, but he's still about 4/10 off Hamilton. Beef and Barley's been watching all the way through. Says seems like quality's going to be a banger. Leclerc saying we are extremely slow, so maybe the Ferrari pace just isn't there, and maybe we're going to see a Mercedes Red Bull battle at the top in quali. I do agree. I think we'll do quali on the main channel, but I'm not sure. I don't know. We could do quali here, or we do it on the main channel. Now we've got the option. Now we know it worked here. Or we could stream the vertical and we can mix it up like that. Right, what was Verstappen? I'm looking at a replay of Verstappen going through the wall of champions. Oh, he grazed it with the front right. He grazed it. Less than Albon. Oh! Actually, I think the right rear was one that took the big impact, and there was like a spark that came out, like a not a flame, but a big flash. A big flash came out of the right rear. Memories of Melbourne there, or both. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not very good at this. All multi-channel stuff is all new to me, but I need to be better at it because we do so much stuff. We need to have it like that. Isabel hopes both the quali and the race. Checker flag comes out. Hopes both quali and race will be a banger. Yeah, me too. Right, here's what we're going to do. Because I think it could be a banger. It's been quite some time since we had a real banger race in Canada. And it could rain. It could rain. It could rain later for quali as well. Look at the has the map. Is it me or is the map has the rain closed in on that map as well? Okay, I think we're going to stream quali on the main channel, so I'll schedule it on the main channel. Phantom in the house. Phantom, if you're, after this, I can have a chat if you want. Might be quicker. It's been so rammed this week. I think we will do quali on the main channel. Peter Bonington looks focused. Bono looks like he knows that wins might be on the table here. And then we'll decide for the race. I think it would be really cool to do the race on this channel. I think it would be super, super cool. But I got a funny feeling that everything is going to be up for grabs in quali. Natasha, hope for some rain, loves the chaos. So our rundown is Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell, Stroll, Piastri, Ricciardo. Norris, Alonso, Perez, Leclerc, Max and Sainz, Bottas, Sargent, Snowder, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Albon, Ocon, Guan Yu Zhou. I think even the Astons could be decent here. So maybe it's Mercedes, Red Bull, Aston, McLaren at the top. Who knows? That could be the battle. I'm looking at a replay here. Valtteri Bottas. He wasn't happy about some traffic, but I think all the traffic was getting out of the way. He was on the radio saying a bit of traffic paradise there in the last corner. But there was one instant where the pull out in front of Logan Sargent, I think that could be a penalty. I'd be surprised if it isn't. Yeah, Verstappen just hitting the World Champions with the right rear. I thought it was front right, but it's the right rear. Just like a clip on it. Now they're doing some practice starts. I'm on board with Verstappen doing a practice start. Oh, look at the love hearts coming out. Always an interesting rundown, an interesting start at Canada with the nature of the first few corners. Didn't we see some interesting racing last year with Magnussen, or like Magnussen and Perez, or like a lap car or something? This is not the main channel, no. This is not the main channel. This is the motorsport channel, and I want to just do more motorsport videos. I want to just upload onboards, commentary. That's my vision. I haven't executed it yet, but I need to realize the vision and then assess whether it makes sense. Not assess whether a vision makes sense. That makes sense. A bit confusing. Just want to see if I'm going to get any info about this potential penalty. I didn't see it being investigated, but they were too busy with the other penalties, I think. I'm on a helicopter shot now, and there are definitely clouds around. But yeah, it looks like Ferrari are... Okay, that's a great... Okay, we've got the full standings now. So Hamilton just well clear. Did he have a great slipstream or something? I don't know. Lance Stroll up there. Perez about 4 tenths behind Verstappen. It is only free practice, so... Welcome Lloyd Rowe. It's very close between Piastri and... It's half a second between Piastri in P5 and Hulkenberg in P17. So I think Q1 and Q2 are going to be particularly brutal. Particularly brutal. So, there we go. That's the classification for FP2. I don't think I'm going to get any information now on that penalty, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is one. Also, damage to be repaired for Guan Yu Zhou and Alex Albon. How many think are sandbagging at the top? I don't know. I mean, it would be weird for everyone to be sandbagging that much. So, it looks like... I'd be surprised if Mercedes don't have one lap pace here. And it'd be interesting if they have one lap pace, but they don't have race pace, and what that means for the race. And, you know, can the McLarens qualify ahead of Verstappen? We'll see. It feels like more's up for... Definitely feels like more is up for grabs for qualifying. That's going to start in a couple of hours. So I'm going to be back for qualifying. That'll be on my main channel. But you'll just see it if you search F1 Watchalongs, I think. We'll be back there. But it's been fun doing another stream on the Motorsport channel. And yeah, hopefully going to be doing a lot of streaming tomorrow. Streaming some games on the main channel, and then sim racing on the main channel, and then some F1 on this channel. And then maybe on Monday we'll have sim racing show come out on the main channel, and then F1 show come out on this channel. Like, could be very exciting. Could be very, very, very exciting. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining. I really appreciate it. Please do feel free to hit that like button if you have. Really helps on a brand new channel. I don't make any money at all. It's impossible for me to earn money on this channel, by the way. It's not connected to any payment. So this is just like purely for the love of it. So thank you so much. And yeah, I'm going to end this stream. I'll schedule the other one, and I'll see you then for hopefully, like we've been saying, hopefully a banging qualifying session. I'll see you then. Thanks.